everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is RicketyGames. I'm Sydney, and today we are here with the final episode of Alone in the Dark. I'm so excited to wrap up Emily's story, but I'm even more excited to tell you that I not only found all of the lagniappes, but I got all of the endings, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. They are crazy, you guys. So we've seen the first ending with Mr. Carnby, and that was the normal ending, I would say, for the game. Emily has her own version of that, but then Emily and Mr. Carnby both have their own exclusive endings, and there's also a secret ending that we can unlock, and I did, and has nothing to do with either of them, and it is amazing. And I also throw in some little things in there. I kind of found some random things you could do, random fun facts, I suppose, like what happens if you shoot at the dark man, and a couple of bits of secret dialogue that I kind of found here and there, or just kind of really stumbled upon. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. So strap in, folks, get your whiskeys, your popcorn, and your mystery hats on, and we will complete Alone in the Dark, Chapter 5. We're in the chair, just like Mr. Carnby. Drugged. At least we didn't punch him, I guess. Although he deserves it good. You do too, but you're a kid, so we can't.
Are you alone? Or is he in there with you? Miss Hot, what is up?
Heard you almost painted the foyer with your own blood and guts. Good to see you still in one piece. Stick around, will you? It's going to be an exciting night.
She's like, ugh.
Good to see you made it, miss. And all that ruckus, Lotta gave you a healthy dose of that sleeping juice.
You word again.
Wasn't sure you'd be waking up again.
Hello, sir. What happened?
You had a psychological breakdown. Tried to shoot yourself. Sorry for the manhandling, but we just wanted to save you.
She's trying to be nice
You
now.
also stabbed Jeremy in the eye.
Is he alright?
He's a little strange, but everything else is back to normal.
Really? I broke the pact?
I don't know what you did, but it worked. Let's see you standing up, miss.
She's got our portrait for us, too. That's nice. Grace is actually being nice. Can't blame the kids, but you know.
Jeremy, are you okay?
She slapped me.
I'm so sorry for hurting you. How can you ever forgive me?
Tried to inject
Emily, I missed you so. I do hope you'll stay with me for a while.
Uncle, what's wrong? Is it anesthesia? He seems so meek.
I wish that was the case. It turns out that you managed to lobotomize him. It's actually quite impressive considering your technique.
This is permanent?
You sacrificed a piece of his mind to save the whole. It's a little like treating a bad knee by cutting off the leg. It's blunt, but it works.
That's terrible.
a sledgehammer to crack a nut, but alright.
But at least he won't suffer anymore. Do you remember the Dark Man, Jeremy?
Ah, yes. Where did he go? I hope he is doing all right.
You see? With a violent stab, you made any future treatment quite redundant. I assume you will be bringing him with you back to New Orleans.
I will. I just need to find Detective Carnby.
I hope he's alright. Oh, he's so docile. Oh, sorry, buddy. Probably for the best. How you doing?
I'll be back soon, Jeremy. Then we'll go back to the city.
How fun. I do like riding in the motor car.
Good. He's so annoyed because he can't, like, study him and torture him anymore.
Is there any chance he'll relapse back to his previous condition?
None at all. He is forever cured from all worries and other difficult feelings.
Pretty much. You'll literally be as docile forever.
Have you seen Detective Carnby?
I'm sure he's around here somewhere, poking and prodding.
I will take that as I'm gonna leave then.
Emily reluctantly accepted the bittersweet end to her journey. She had found Jeremy and brought him back to Derceto, but at what cost? Partial blindness and permanent brain damage. Maybe it was for the best, she tried to tell herself. Jeremy did seem more docile, happier even, and whatever spell of insanity she had suffered herself, everything was finally set right. It was time to find Detective Conby and head back to New Orleans.
Oh yeah, so easy, and we'll just ride off into the sunset with no tree problems whatsoever. He's so annoyed. Good. I give you a smack. What? I got a weird Steam achievement said, like, aim a gun at another human being. I've been kind of doing that all over the place. Oh. We'll save the massacre for the tree. Hello, ma'am. Your ugly-ass mask that looks like my dad. That's even weirder now, by the way, that you're wearing it.
Well done, Miss Hartwood. You officially made Derceto the dullest place in existence again.
Oh.
Thank you. Happy to be of service. Have you seen Detective Carnby anywhere?
Still chasing that lovable palooka around, are you? I'm sure you'll find him.
Can I write to you when I get back to town?
You are too sweet, Miss Hartwood. I'll look forward to reading all about your tedious routine.
Aww. I like this friendship we got going on here. It's very Ruth. She's been on character for everything. Flirty, mischievous. For everybody. Because, it's, you know, she's into deviousness, right? That's her whole thing, is not doing what she's supposed to. So flirting with Emily in a time period like this, flirting with Mr. Carnby, the detective, you know, all of that stuff, like, it just feeds right into her character. Her aim for, you know, wild behavior, and, you know, it's great. I like her. I like them all, honestly.
Looks like a storm's coming.
Looks like it's
Radio
happening.
says it could get real bad. Floodings and such.
Is it not what we're listening to?
I should probably get moving before the weather gets worse. Have you seen Detective Carnby?
Not for a while, but he said he's gonna wait for you.
Interesting. So instead of packing the car, he's just around.
Take care, Batiste.
You too, Miss Emily.
Thank you for not letting me murder myself. Thank you. I'll take my leave. So festive.
Good to see you're still with us, miss. Are you hungry?
No, thank you. I'm still a bit woozy.
She's still equally disappointed. Less disappointed, I feel like there's less of a scowl there than with Mr. Carnby, but still not happy about that. Sorry, ma'am.
Ooh, is that gumbo?
I make it every year. We set up a little feast by the wishing tree and start a new year together.
That's cool. I feel like we couldn't talk more with her with Mr. Carnby. That or I didn't... I feel like I didn't get the prompt, but maybe I just didn't?
Have you seen Mr. Carnby?
I haven't seen him for a while. Maybe he left.
She definitely likes Miss Emily more, but she still knows that she might be a problem. But since we got... Well, actually, you know what? In this moment, she probably really likes us because we got rid of Jeremy. Because Jeremy was gonna undo what they were wanting. Hello, sir. How was the drunken evening?
Do you know what's about to happen here?
Oh, just a little ceremony we do each year on the eve of St. John. We raise our glasses to the old wishing tree here and ask for a better year.
Better year? It's gonna be great.
Is it all for show? Or do you actually believe the tree can help?
Both.
Well, I guess some of us do. I mean, Lottie and Mags are pretty invested. Taking it a little too far, you know.
Don't you?
Sounds like you might be in a cult.
Yeah, I can see how you think that.
Straight up. Yep, no shame. We're just gonna leave that there. Okay, don't mind me. Hello, ma'am. The way she stands just kills me. Trying to get the prompt. Hi.
I almost forgot this was here.
The very heart of Derceto, you know. Almost time to call on her.
How about we don't?
What is it that you do? Is it like the voodoo rituals you read about in the papers?
I don't know, miss. I never saw one up close. My family has always been suspicious of the hoodoo.
That's fair.
You haven't seen Detective Carnby, have you?
No, and I hope he stays away. I don't think he would understand what is about to happen here.
But I would. Okay. I don't want to hit that prompt because that's the wait. We gotta talk to Grace. There's 2 prompts? Give Grace something to play with! Didn't we pick that up? With Mr. Carnby? This is new.
Hey, kid. What are you up to?
Nothing much.
Yeah? Anything I'm gonna have to pay for? You're bored, aren't you? Yeah, I can tell. You want to see if we can tear your mother away from the play?
Can you believe they're still going? It's been hours. You forgot this.
Well, I just didn't want you to think we had abandoned you in there.
Can we go home?
Yes, please. Can we?
What? You guys didn't like the play?
It was all right. A little difficult to follow.
Oh, I agree. Let's just say there were moments where it left me alone in the dark.
Oh, God.
Roll
That's
credits.
the name of the play.
Whoa, what do you know?
Did you like it, sweetie?
There should have been a hedge maze.
A hedge maze?
Uh-huh. And pirates. That would have been fun.
Well, maybe next time.
What? Give Grace a present? What just happened? That's the Steam thing too. That was another ending. Oh my god, what? Okay, so it wasn't just a scene. I thought it was like a scene or something. It kind of reminded me of like Batman and like his parents get the good ending. They get to leave the play and not get murdered in the alleyway. It kind of gave me Silent Hill vibes again too. But also the little cheeky alone in the dark. The name of the play. Got very like fourth wall there for like a second. But like not, like they obviously the characters didn't break it, but like mentioning the name of the game. So that's really odd. I gotta look at like maybe what that talisman is or something. But I wonder why, if we give Grace a present, then she gets maybe what she wants, which is like good parents. Because her mom is awful and her dad was killed. So to get back people that care, because obviously, I mean, I tease Grace a lot because she's like pretty awful in this version with Miss Emily. I mean, she tried to stab us in the butt with a syringe and then she slapped the shit out of us. I mean, she's taking on behavior that she sees from other people, and she's taking on, you know, she's not a normal kid. She's she either also has some sort of like ESP or something like that, like extra sensory perception. Like she can channel something. So I definitely don't think it was like her fault, like her like acting out. But she's also a kid, you know, and she's got a very disturbed past and everything. So I don't blame her for what she is. She obviously needs to be corrected in that and like learn that that's not an okay thing to do. But it's interesting that her present is essentially replacing her parents, and that I guess maybe fixes the game or recenters the game to be more on Grace as a protagonist, that, you know, the man who kills her father becomes the one to replace him and take actual care of her. And it seems like it was always like that, like the way that they refer to each other. It's not like Miss Emily, oh mom, you know, it seems like it almost changes history so that things can be okay. Like instead of leaving her with her mother, that Edward Carnby almost takes her and meets Miss Emily, and then, you know, that's the rest becomes history essentially, and that's the new future, the new way forward is them together and they get to have her. It's interesting because like their romance is not really planted anywhere in the game. I mean, I think maybe you see a little bit of it in Dr. Gray's apartment when she's like, thank you for, you know, complimenting me that I'm doing good. I'm sorry that I haven't been there to help you. But I don't really take that as romantic. I just kind of take it as like she was trying to be a good client because she is the one who dragged him there. So presumably she should probably help him more, I think is what she's thinking. And he's like, no, I don't need any help. I don't need anybody bothering me. Could come off as like sexist, that like women would be useless, but it doesn't really come off too much like that. The little pat that's like, yeah, you're good, you're cute, that's a little, but like, again, it's not that heavy there. I took that moment as like them being friendly more so than a romance or anything else. They're just talking like the times, the 1930s type of thing. So it's interesting that this ending would end in a romance, I suppose. So that's very fascinating. Okay, let's go ahead and do the regular ending, I think, from Miss Emily and see where we're at, and then we'll continue.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Grace. Whatever it is that you need.
That's a terrible thing to say.
I guess if she wants the tree, and that is terrible because you would be asking her to want to die. Maybe, which is why her response is like that. So the tree never calls to us, which is kind of interesting. I guess we just deal with the curse, the Heartwood curse. We already talked to everybody before, so I'm not going to talk to them now. So let's wait for Detective Carnby and see what chaos ensues.
Everyone knows what to do? Y'all know the new words.
Mrs. Thompson, we talked about this. I'm not sure everyone is comfortable.
Doctor, I insist. This is important. We've waited for so long, Doctor.
Let's just go with the old song. Not every change is an improvement.
Boss, good or bad, you need to move forward.
All in, Doc. Let's bet it all.
But we don't know what we're dealing with.
It'll be okay, Doctor. Better even.
This is the only time that Dr. Gray feels like he's on the right side. Otherwise, he just seems like a doctor who's like trying to help, but also prolong people's...
Oh, there are praises in abundance to the black goat of the woods. Hear us, brother. Take pity on us. Take pity on us.
The recording of Jeremy.
Ever there praises and abundance to black blood of the world. Hear us, and take pity on us. Take pity on us. Hear us, ever there's a great praise, everyone run to you. Hear us.
She bakes like a goat.
What are you doing? This is madness!
This here's what needs to happen.
She's just a child!
With 1,000 yo!
Edward!
Get out, Emily! We're leaving!
Yeah, fuck that tree. Oh. Carnby started the carnage. Is that boring?
Come with me.
No, she deserves that. Go, Grace, go! Oh, Eden. I don't know if Baptiste deserved that one. Oh, yeah. Take him. Oh, yeah. Into, right in half. I'm ready for that one. He deserved that one. Give him play-by-play Shub Nigroth commentary here. Oh my god.
I have to stop that thing. It's gonna kill everything in its way.
The fucking carnage is real. We can't get past the corpses. Oh, good. Nasty as fuck. Alright. On we go. You guys know the drill. Let's get supernatural on this bitch. Put the shotgun shells in there. Fill it with salt. Let's take this ancient, evil, old god out. Come here, bitch. Ooh. I'll take these things. Load up, let's load up. It's so loud. Let's see if we can do this in one go. You're one ugly motherfucker. Like Kirby on a bad day. Gotcha, bitch. Doing so well. Got it. Got it. Load up. Woo, baby. Okay. Now we run, baby. Set yourself on fire, bitch. Get out of my way! Oh shit. Ah, get away from me. floor. Damn it. No. The back of it is so hard to get. Oh, I got it. Yeah, baby. One go. Hell yeah. I guess it's not about getting all of them, it's just getting enough of them. The little bubble things. Hell yeah. Emily the gunslinger.
Emily, are you alright?
I don't understand anything that just happened. What was that?
The whole gang was a cult dedicated to something called the Black Goat of the Woods.
Yeah, we saw it.
I've been trying to gather as much information as I could. It was only after you started talking about monsters that I thought maybe there was some truth to all the nonsense I was finding.
Where's Jeremy? Uncle! Are you alright?
Everything is out of order. This isn't the way the story goes. I shouldn't be alive.
Don't say that. You made it out. Be happy. Okay?
I think that's also a reference to the first game, because I think he's like dead in the very, very first game.
You doing all right?
It wasn't what I expected, but you can't always get what you want.
Very true, Grace. Oh, it's the two of them. They're cute. Our little fucked up family here.
All right, you ready to head back to New Orleans?
Come on, Jeremy. Let's go.
Can I come?
Don't leave her. You have to take her to Hell's Kitchen.
What on earth are you talking about?
It's crazy. It's crazy to me that this is the good ending. Like, these are the good endings. Like, the whole fucking place burns down. We kill everyone. And walk off into the New Orleans sunset. Oh, man. It's good. I like it. Safe and sound. Okay. Well, that was certainly a journey. I loved it all the way around. I think the story makes more sense with Miss Emily Hartwood's story. It's more personal to her because she's Jeremy's niece, so she has a lot stronger motivation to figure out what's going on at Derceto in order to save Jeremy and to go on this quest in and out of these crazy dream worlds that are memories and imaginings from Jeremy's mind and eventually from hers. And the story just makes a lot more cohesive sense. Now, it's not wrong and it doesn't make no sense with Mr. Carnby, but it's a weaker motive. He's just trying to do really well by his client and trying to get that $150. It's fine, like it works, and him confronting the past was really interesting. I love the backstory with Grace. It is very convenient that like Grace happens to be in this place and he doesn't remember who she is because of a past traumatic case. And then same thing for Emily though, that her husband abandoned here by her and she doesn't really have any heebie-jeebies about coming back to this place. She doesn't really acknowledge it at all throughout the entire game. She just tries to, I guess, muscle through and not really remember at all. And that she just sort of pretended that he died in the war and nowhere else. So I guess she just like erased that from her mind because she didn't want to deal with that decision that she made. That's a fascinating backstory and a darker, more fucked up one, I think, in a lot of ways. I think it's almost more fucked up than in Silent Hill 2 in that situation. Without spoilers, similar themes, I would say. But along those lines, I feel like Emily's dismissal and abandonment of her husband or to-be husband is more devastating because she makes the active choice to let him die there instead of doing anything else, like putting him out of his misery or sticking with him, to the end. I think that also might be a big reason why her father might not be okay with her, Jeremy's brother. For one, she sides with Jeremy a lot and seems to understand, or at least entertain, the Heartwood curse. And that seems to be a big sticking point within the family that causes division. But maybe her actions in being either widowed in the war or lying about it and his death within the Decadence mansion from sickness, maybe he knew, and maybe that was one of the reasons that he doesn't like her anymore and is not allowed her back home. So I don't know if that's the truth, but it could play into it. There's obviously a very complicated history with the Heartwoods within their immediate family with Jeremy, his brother, her father, but well done all the way around. I love the atmosphere of this game. I love the different little changes that they made. It really changed the perspective on the game. But while we didn't get like the crazy big changeover I was thinking, like the investigation of literal Derceto mansion, we did get a huge overhaul in perspective of what was really happening and the answers that you get, the kind of repositioning of the way you see the characters. Everyone kind of has this overwhelming, terrible past that they're all running from, and that's a big theme in the Alone in the Dark. And I think that's one of the reasons for the title as well, right? Everybody is in fact alone in their own darkness, and that darkness, if you're not careful, can envelop you. So really, really fascinating. I think that it does a great job of tying all of these themes together. It spells it out for you relatively, especially if you rely on the narrator. That was kind of a surprising thing to pick up in Miss Emily's, and she did it for Mr. Carnby's too. I just only did it at more significant chapter changes. I could have done it along the whole game and maybe they would have gotten a lot more clearer answers, but I was enjoying kind of trying to figure it out for myself. And honestly, this game does a really good job of giving you enough clues to do that, because we weren't wrong. We were just missing some more context for things, and a different perspective like with Miss Emily definitely gives you the rest of the story. And I definitely stand by what the game creators say, that you really have to play both sides in order to get the full understanding of what's going on between Mr. Carnby and Miss Emily Heartwood, and what's going on at the Derceto mansion. Okay, so you've seen the secret ending with Grace, we've seen Emily's ending, the regular ending, and you've seen Mr. Carnby's ending. Now it's time to get to the very last two endings, which are Emily and Mr. Carnby's exclusive endings. So it's very wildly different from what we've seen so far, and I'm very excited to show it to you. Along the way, I'll show you how we got the long yaps to accomplish those endings, and I will also show you some of the secret scenes that we unlocked during my search for those long yaps. And lastly, I'll show you some random tidbits about the Dark Man and some secret dialogue as mentioned before. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right. So here we are. I reloaded so I just completed Emily's playthrough, and I reloaded my save with Mr. Carnby in chapter 4, and I came back to see if I have the long yaps, and I do. So I don't have to replay the whole game with a new save of Mr. Carnby, because I can just continue from here, which is really interesting. So it doesn't matter, like, I guess, where your save point, because I was thinking if I loaded an old save of Mr. Carnby, it would load me back to where the long yaps are, but it seems to not matter at all, because I have the goat without horns, so we can complete his secret ending.
Edward had heard the whispers for years. When he lived in Brooklyn, it was only on rare occasions, like when he as a child climbed that tall tree in Central Park, or when he almost drowned in the Hudson River, trying to save his despaired mother. The whispers became more common as he moved to New Orleans, but still rare enough to be ignored. Now as he walks the halls of Derceto, he knows what is calling him. He doesn't want to admit it, but the dark young in the conservatory is telling him to sacrifice. the cabris and corn.
Cabris and corn. Interesting. Okay, we heard this, but now I know this has to do with like his ending. So it kind of has with Mr. Carnby, I think, facing like his past or the darkness that's in him, or embracing it. I don't know. I mean, it's something like that. I was trying not to read any of the spoilers, but I just wanted to know about the long yops. I know it's the goat without horns, though. We need to complete this particular set in order to get the secret objective. So that must be the secret objective to like give the tree the gift. I don't know what's after that. So let me get to that point, and then hopefully something different happens. Okay, here we're by the tree, so let's see if anything happens. I think this is the moment we're offered the moment to give it a gift.
What is that?
We heard this before. I think it's referring to Grace, to be honest. The first time I heard it, I thought it was a reference to Miss Emily Hartwood, because we brought her to Derceto, right? We drove her here. But the other person it definitely could be that we would know that he brought here is Grace, and we know that she's the sacrifice. So to see it through, I think that's more what it's referencing than anything, because Miss Hartwood doesn't really have anything to see through. It would make more sense in the context of like, you brought her, she's young, see it through, right? Because like she could have died anyway, and he saved her in the car, so he can see through her death by letting her die here. So maybe this ending is like, embrace the cult. Does it give me... It doesn't give me anything?
What is it? Let it happen. You want this. You need this to matter.
You should have.
Oh. What the hell did I put down? Okay, there we go. I managed to trigger it. So I came here. Oh, it's the long yop. It's that thing that we got. The profane totem. That's what he put there. Ah. I was like, what the fuck did he put there? It's the profane totem. Okay. I don't know what happened, but I played through the beginning of chapter 4 and I heard the whisper, like you guys just heard it with me. And, it didn't give me the choice to offer, because I guess I didn't do it while it was happening, or my game glitched. I don't know. Either way, I reloaded my game and I'm here now. So I have put the profane totem down. So now I think we just play the rest of the game. If anything changes, you'll see it. So I'm gonna progress through and get to what we need to do. And then let's see this alternate ending. Okay. Here we are at the ending. So we placed our offering on the tree, and I've talked to everybody here. I don't think that's a requirement, it's just something you can do. So in order to trigger the ending with Mr. Carnby, we have to wait, and then as far as I understand, when things start to go haywire and like Emily shows up and stuff, we have to focus on the tree. And by focusing on the tree, it triggers a different ending. So let's try it. I did save just in case, because I don't want to mess it up.
Everyone knows what to do? Y'all know the new words.
Mrs. Thompson, we talked about this. I'm not sure everyone is comfortable.
Doctor, I insist. This is important.
Very important.
We've waited for so long, Doctor.
let's just go with the old song. Not every change is an improvement.
This black guy is hilarious.
We need to move forward. All in, Doc. Let's bet it all.
I'm here.
But we don't know what we're dealing with.
It'll be okay, Doctor. Better even.
He's like, I'm outnumbered, fuck.
Oh, there are praises and abundance to
The black goat of the woods.
Hear
Yes,
us,
mother.
Take
Take
pity
us,
on
just.
Take
pity on us.
Ever
there praises and abundance of the black wood.
Hear us, Mother.
I don't know the words all the way. Take pity on us. Her goat noises are great.
Stop! Are you crazy?
I think this is the moment.
Grace, stop!
This is it, I think.
Detective, get my uncle out of here.
Oh my god, I didn't even know you could do that.
No, Emily. I get it now. She needed me to break the pact. She needed me to bring her grace. I did everything for her. I just realized I belong here. I'm one of her young!
What are you saying?
Run, Emily. You'll have to run!
Oh my god. Run! And she's what? She's not into the cult. We're going. We going. Oh yeah. Thelma and Louise out. Holy shit. We're just gonna leave them there? And Jeremy? That was a really harrowing scream by Edward Carnby. Oh my god. Yeah, that wasn't a good ending. But that was like, that got dramatic fast. And like, almost just as dramatic as the tree moment with less death and stuff. But they're all alive and he's like, I am one of her, yeah. Whoa. I did not even see that moment. Like, as soon as, and there's the one of the 1,000 young join a cult. Whoa! So that's that moment, like when Emily shoots him in the back of the leg. So that clock sound, I guess I didn't really hear it before. I just like enjoyed the cutscene, and I guess that's a moment you get to choose to look at the tree or to break your concentration out of the darkness and out of Shub Nigroth's like gaze of its whispers and look at Emily and get out. So wow, I think I could have done that from the original playthrough, but I hadn't saved right at that moment. It auto saved when the battle started, but not at that moment. So I played through 4 and 5 to get, or 4, mostly 4, and then the beginning of 5 to get to that moment. Wow, that was worth it though. That was a weird end. It's like Mr. Carnby realizing what he did wrong and embracing it, that he brought her, meaning Grace, to be sacrificed because he didn't do it in the river. He didn't let them both die, and he had the opportunity to essentially finish what he started. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, we gotta get to Emily's, so let's do that now. Oh, so we're in chapter 2.
There's
we might
no
as well...
way I can get into this thing. Better leave it alone.
Let's try it and see if we can get different dialogue. We know what it is. So it's 913.
Hey, what do you know? I guess the combination. Oh, Detective Carn.
To say, you beautiful bastard. What? Oh, we got a long yup. Alone in the dark. That's cool. What? The Heartwood Curse. Unlocks a hidden memory in the attic. And we just need, looks like a paint thing? Ooh. We're so close, by the way, to getting all of the long yups. This is the one I'm going for right now. It's a music sheet that we need to complete Emily's secret ending. But I'll see if I can get, what, this one? And then that would be the last one, I think. Ooh, okay, I'll try that. No, we're invested now.
How are you this good?
How are you this good? Oh, give a little pat on the back there.
Looks like all the patients are accounted for. Except for Jeremy.
Detective Carnby is like, Self 5. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get the others. Okay, we're in chapter 2. I did the running sequence, so you have to go all the way through the cemetery to get the sacrifice. And then look at this. Right here. Oh my goodness. I never even saw it. It's a little crack to slip through.
Huh.
There it is! That's the long yap we need! Oh yeah, baby. Right there. Can you see it? So now we can do Emily's secret ending. Her I guess, bad ending or something. Oh yeah.
The sign resembles a blessing, save that the first and little fingers are both folded beneath the thumb, whilst the second and third fingers are held up. This dark blessing is said to protect against evil, much like the sign of the horns, which is quite similar, but has a reverse schema. The truth is that the dark blessing is a sign of submission, a complete capitulation to our lesser selves.
Oh.
The sign only protects from evil in the sense that you become a part of it.
So this symbol means that you submit to evil instead of being anything else. A dark blessing. Because I think that's the symbol she holds up. Ooh, okay, we got one more long yap to get. And I'm so mad I missed it at the beginning of this chapter, so I'm gonna re-get that. And then we'll have the final long yap. We'll get to see what it is in the attic, I think. And then we'll do the ending. Okay, so we're back at the boathouse. This is the kind of, I would say like the beginning third of chapter 2. If you go back here, there's just before this window that you get knocked out of, there's this little crevice here that I evidently failed to notice upon 2 different playthroughs. 3 actually, because I was already here. Boom, baby! That's all of the long yaps. Hell yeah. Look at that. 15 out of 15. So this is the Heartwood Curse, and it unlocks a hidden memory in the attic.
The Heartwood Curse is what they call it. There wasn't much of a vocabulary for mental illnesses back in the days. There are hardly enough now. The Heartwoods carry a troubling chemical imbalance in their brain, which they have managed to pass down through generations. As they grow old, they are overtaken by overwhelming melancholy that unavoidably leads to suicide. Oh, you want the real story? Well, who can say? It was written that way.
Oh, you want the real story? That's really abrupt. Okay, so it looks like we gotta go to the attic in order to see what it unlocks. Maybe it's the noose. Maybe it's Jeremy's suicide. The attempt, or like maybe he actually did it. I think it's the attempt, because he's obviously alive at the end of the game, but you never know with this game. It could be like the memory, I don't know. Okay, let's go there. Woo! Okay, we're in the attic.
I guess I never got a chance to look around this place.
So, I'm guessing we get to look at something new. My guess would be the noose, that if it unlocks this. It is.
They're coming. I have freed hellish forces, and now the price must be paid. Derceto is the prey of evil. The sun has set. They will find my body, but will not have my soul. I can imagine the master's fury and the terror in the hearts of his slaves. I hear their footsteps. Some may understand what I've done. May God forgive me. Farewell. What would happen if I refuse? Would the whole world come upon? Or would everything conspire to make a new story? Maybe one where I live. I'm sorry, Frederick.
We do get to see what happened. That's so interesting. So that's the secret, one of the secrets. That's why he says he didn't complete it, because he was gonna do it and he didn't, and he was supposed to die. I'm struggling to figure out who Frederic is. I'm pretty sure Frederic is the original game designer. And like that's why it's a big callback, because like that was this was the big plot of the first game. So I think that's just kind of a neat little callback, and that's the same callback that he's doing at the end. But yeah. So now we got to do Emily's final ending, which is the Heartwood Curse. We can see it right there. So we have to get to Dr. Gray's apartment, I think. So I'll see you guys there. It's gonna take a minute. Whoa! Did you see that? I aimed at the dark man. I was like, what happens if you shoot him? And she just killed herself. Don't shoot at the dark dude. Whoa. That is fucked. Because, I mean, it makes sense. Because he's in the mind, right? And it's their mind, their curse. Oh, whoa. Oh. It wants me to come this way. Okay, we're in the apartment.
Lock the door, will you? I'd rather not run into dear Dr. Gray if I can help it.
This feels strange. So very strange.
Okay, so something interesting to note that, so like just before this, you go through her memory, right? And same thing with Mr. Carnby. And both of them immediately after their deepest memory with Grace for Mr. Carnby and with her husband for Armily Heartwood, when you emerge from that memory, like it turns like gray, like the dark man's after you. And he never comes. And I realize it's because like they're in such a dark place, realizing what their guilt is and where their darkness comes from, that like it takes them a moment to like recover. So that's kind of interesting. So now that we're here in the apartment, this should be the moment where we get to unlock Emily's exclusive ending. I was gonna say secret, but it's not really a secret.
Door.
Looks like it.
Careful. Let me go first.
Yes, sir, you do that. I'm so curious what this is gonna be. Edwards was insane. So, right here...
Emily felt detached, as if watching herself from across the room, awkwardly attempting to help Detective Carnby solve the case of her missing uncle. What was happening to her? And why did this place feel so familiar?
Derceto or his apartment? But see, like, so Grace without horns, right? That's the secret ending, which we did. And then temperamental behavior is just the regular quest. But the Heartwood Curse, wash the paint off of Jeremy's portrait and learn the secret sign. So I think the secret sign is this. We read about it earlier. So I'm curious where we can do it. The only thing I know is that it happens in here, I
Now
believe.
we're talking. Great job, Emily.
So I don't know where, just that it can happen.
Should I even be doing this? Do I want to know?
Use paint thinner on your uncle's painting. Yes. I don't know why we're doing this, but yes. Ooh, what a painting.
Jesus Christ, why would you paint this, Jeremy? What on earth possessed you?
Why would you carry it around with you only to, like, destroy it? It looks like she did this, but it looks like she went like this. Submit to the dark man. What? What does that mean? Can we look at the portrait now? That's wild. Is that it? Is that a... It doesn't look like Jeremy anymore. It looks like Emily.
I can't believe I didn't see that before.
That's really wild. I think it is Emily, but like in his clothes or something. Because it definitely doesn't look like Jeremy anymore. That's really creepy. So now what? Do I play the rest of the way like normal? Goodbye. Ouch.
I don't understand. Why are you here? I did everything you wanted to break the pact. What else can I do?
Oh, I have a moment. What do I do? Wait. What do I do? Oh, there we go. Do the symbol, do the symbol. It got so quiet.
Where are you, Emily?
I'm in his temple.
Deadly silent.
Why?
It's what I see when I close my eyes.
Are you afraid?
No. Not anymore.
Oh, fully possessed. Ooh, that was it. You guys have no idea how long it took me to do. Oh my god. I got to the end there and I couldn't get her hand there, and like you have to really push it down, but you also have to kind of go to the right, and they don't tell you. You just hear the time thing go, and you know you have to do something. I had to do all of chapter 4 over because I didn't have any little saves, because I just blow through chapter by chapter. Anyway. It was worth it though, because that ending is so different from Mr. Carnby's, where like the carnage that kind of happens or is implied to happen because he's a part of the cult now, and he's gonna be bad like they are, and they're gonna release Shub Nugareth and all of that jazz. Like his maliciousness comes out, and in Emily it sort of goes the opposite. She becomes complacent. She becomes like enveloped in darkness and is submissive to it. And that's such a that quietness that like happens is wild. No audio whatsoever, and then all of a sudden you hear, you know, Emily, where are you? You're like, ooh. I wanted to quickly mention in Emily's ending, the voice that we hear is Dr. Gray. Upon reviewing all of this, I kind of initially thought it might have been Jeremy. I didn't say it. I kind of wasn't, I guess, thinking as much about it, so much as trying to put all of the different endings together. But that voice at the end there, and I think this is important to note, is Dr. Gray, or at least it sounds like it to me. And the reason I think that's important is because I was trying to think about right now as I'm like putting this edit together, the implications of the Dark Man submitting to the Dark Man, and then we go into what Emily sees in the cult, and everybody's in the sunken temple, and we know that sunken temple to be in an imagination within the mind of Jeremy, right? And she was able to access it through his memories. So what does that mean if that happened? And I don't think we're meant to take it as reality. We're meant to take it as within the mind of Emily Hartwood. That is now where she's at, and she's trapped in there, and she is submitted to the Dark Man, and that's where she resides mentally. And that voice is Dr. Gray, who is diagnosing her. So she maybe never leaves Derceto and becomes another patient, becomes a patient alongside Jeremy at Derceto under the care of Dr. Gray. So I thought that was something that was worth noting, something that I didn't particularly catch on when it was happening. It adds a lot more cohesion, it makes a lot more sense, and it adds a deeper layer to that ending with Emily, that she's truly become enveloped by this Heartwood curse, by this melancholy, by this darkness, and is now firmly completely and mentally taken within the sunken temple with the Dark Man. So I thought that was really interesting and worth noting, that ending is a little bit more complex than what I was about to say. I loved the different endings. Honestly, I thought the bad endings were more interesting than the new or the original ending, but I see how it's the good ending now, although I feel like killing all those people is still a bit wild that that's the good ending. But all of the protagonists make it out, right? But it's very interesting the way that this game likes to shift perspectives. So like even in the secret ending with Grace, it's Grace's perspective. Like that's Grace's happy ending. And then you get Emily's bad ending, Edward's bad ending, and then their two endings, the main endings to the game. So I think 5 total endings, which is crazy. I'm thankful that the long naps, just once you collect them, that's it. Because I was able to save myself a lot of time by jumping around some of my saves. But yeah, I think we did it, you guys. I think we've completed all of Alone in the Dark. I found all of the long naps. I found all of the endings, including the secret ending. And we even found like a little tips and tricks kind of a little thing, like shooting the Dark Man. Like you can't do that. It is an instant kill because it goes, you know, oh man. Really interesting details. I love the way that it plays out. I love its play on perspective. The gameplay is fun. It's easy to jump around, and you can actually blow through the game rather fast if you don't pick up anything, don't look at anything. There's an achievement that I didn't get, which is like go through the entire game without taking a health item. It's very possible for this game. There's some games like Resident Evil, you're like, I would have to play it on easy mode to do that. This one, even just the standard mode, you can just blow right through. I mean, you can run past a lot of the enemies, especially once you get the hang of dodging and like finding little shortcuts around areas. Particularly at the end with like Emily, you can actually like tear down some gates and like get past the big monster dude. A lot of really cool stuff in the game. Definitely worth the replayability, definitely worth playing the game because you get so much out of it. So I'm really happy to have played it. I'm really happy to have done the whole thing and to kind of wrap it up in a neat bow. What'd you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed Alone in the Dark. If you guys are interested in seeing Mr. Carnby's playthrough, which was my first playthrough, and you haven't seen it yet, you should check it out over here. If you guys are interested in something else kind of spooky, kind of mystery on the channel, I would check out this video right here. And I hope you guys enjoyed Alone in the Dark. Just know that you guys are not alone in the dark. We're here with this awesome community, and I'm so glad to be a part of it with you. So, we're not alone, but we might be in the dark. See you guys next time.